Hi, it's This Epic Disaster. All right.
What?
I have a couple of disclaimers.
What's your disclaimers, please?
First of all, number one, I'm totally affected by allergies right now.
I'm sorry.
It's
the change of seasons.
It is.
Yeah.
October, November is horrible for me.
Yeah.
I always get bronchitis in November. I don't think I did the last year because of COVID or something.
People don't know how bad fall allergies can
terrible.
be.
But I got home and so I'm a little stuffy, and it might show on the podcast. Something else that might show on the podcast that I should also have a disclaimer. Man, and I don't do this normally. I really don't.
What?
I've had maybe too much alcohol.
Uh-oh.
So here's what I've had.
What?
While I was at the gallery, I cracked open a beer. I was hanging in my studio, and I opened up a beer, and I drank it. And it went really quick. And so I opened another
You're like,
one.
I want another one.
Yeah.
Did you happen to check the alcohol content on those beers?
It was Blue Moon, which
okay,
that's
so
not
it's
that
like
much. No.
5.
So I had 2 of those, 2 in my gallery.
Okay.
And then no problem.
Right.
I could I would say I could feel it a little bit, but not that much. It wasn't a big deal.
Sure.
So I got home, and my wife had made some kind of apple cocktail. Now, I'm not a huge cocktail person, but she said, taste this. I tasted it, and it might be the best drink she's ever made.
I didn't do it in person downstairs, but I agree.
Yeah, it is.
It is the best cocktail she's ever made.
Yeah, it's really good. So I said, give me one, and I drank it up, and I liked it so much, I was like, give me another one. So
shit.
1 beer, 2 beer, 1 cocktail, and I'm on my second cocktail.
And we're about to open a beer.
And we have to open a beer. So I'm not going to drink much of this cocktail during the show, but I just wanted to kind of put out that disclaimer.
Hopefully he won't. Hopefully he'll keep his clothes on through the whole podcast.
She made this is it's a bourbon cocktail.
It is. It's
so bourbon doesn't. I don't disrobe.
No, that's right. You disrobe for gin.
Gin, I'm nude. I will be
as soon as you drink it.
I'm sitting here.
Gin touches your lips and your pants come off.
I'm sitting here doing the podcast naked with you. And
so what this has is it's
calling
got
the authorities.
I'm not going to call the authorities if you get naked. They don't want to see that.
Even the authorities don't want to see that.
This is bourbon and apple cider.
Yeah, that's good. It's great fall.
It's so good. And there's some cardamom in there and some other cinnamon. There's cinnamon in there.
Cinnamon apple. So, yeah. And she made some dessert that's kind of... She said she's on an apple kick right now, which is
She made
fine.
2 apple desserts in the last 2 hours I've been standing here with her.
All right, so this is going to be a bit of a letdown. I'm sorry for this company, but we have to crack open a beer.
Sorry.
And I'm not sure if I'm going to like it. So let's see what we think.
Well, let me read. I'll read from this one because we're only going to open one since we both have a cocktail in front of us.
And we'll still be drinking it though.
And we don't know that we're going to like it. Now this is from Austin, Texas, and we will crack open the second one if we like it.
Have you ever been to Austin?
I've not, but I have a friend that lives there.
I've been in Austin. I've never been to Austin.
By the way, shout out to my friend that lives there. She listens to the podcast. I think she still listens. We might have offended her a long time ago.
Oh, really?
Maybe. I don't know. Well, let's find out. But I mean, we are offensive people. But
we never offend our listeners, do we?
Maybe.
Mr. Bluto out there, doesn't he listen? Doesn't he live in Austin?
I don't think he's easily offended.
No, I know, but I mean, doesn't he live in Austin or around?
I don't know.
I know he's in Texas.
Texas is big.
Yeah, I know.
He's somewhere.
Really?
Yeah.
He told me that he used to live around Midland.
Okay.
But he does. I don't think he does anymore.
Is Midland, Texas, in the middle of Texas?
Midland is close to the west side.
Then it's not Midland.
It's getting close to Arizona or New Mexico. Which one is it?
One of them.
New Mexico. I don't know.
So she lives somewhere around Austin, I believe, in Austin. She, by the way, is DM on the DL.
Right.
She just the other day.
Can we say that? Are you allowed to say it? She may not want you to.
She's super stoked about it.
Okay, but still, it might not be. You're talking about offending people. You might not want to say it on.
How about I just say anybody?
They had good news. Let's just say
it's good news so far.
Yeah.
So just send love. Just send love and things to DM on the DL. Rick is flipping off his beer while I'm sending love.
It just smells like it's going to be grapefruity, nasty.
So what we're drinking.
Every beer that we hate, it just seems like it's going to be that.
By the way, what we're drinking is Oskar Blues Brewery. It's a hazy India Pale Ale, which I know I'm not going to like.
Okay.
It's called Can-O-Bliss.
Okay.
And it's 7.2% alcohol, which I'm fine with.
Okay.
But it's not.
I just had some. Here's what I'll say: it's not as bitter as thought it was gonna be, but it's definitely grapefruity.
It's grapefruit juice.
It's not as bitter as I thought.
I used to be so into the IPAs. What happened?
I don't know.
I guess I came to my senses.
Oh, weird. It had a weird taste. What was that?
Grapefruit?
No, the cocktail that I'm drinking and the grapefruit combined tasted weird, but I don't know what it was.
I mean, apples and grapefruit go together, don't they?
No, they can't. It's actually not.
It's
citrus,
illegal?
Yeah, citrus and fruit, boom, you're not supposed to do it.
No, it's not true, because if you're cooking with apples and you put a little bit of lemon juice in it, it wakes up the apple.
It's not good for you.
But not grapefruit juice.
No, you'll give yourself like cancer or something.
Probably stomach.
All right, so let me ask you a question. Do you ever have those days, and I don't know if it happens to everyone, but do you ever have those days when you go out driving and it's not one person, but it's like every person is driving or doing something weird on the road?
Yes, I have those. I live in Atlanta.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, it's just like every once in a while, it's just like one day, everything is different. It's just like all the weird stuff is happening in one day.
Okay, like define weird.
Well, just like some people cutting you off and it's not just one person, and everybody's driving extra slow. People are taking weird chances and just like you just see it, and it's not just one thing that's happening, but it just keeps happening one after another.
Or is it just that you're more aware of it on that day?
Well, I mean, you could argue that, but I don't know. I mean, so that was today for me.
Oh no!
So I got up, I'm driving, and just like it seems like one thing after another, it's happening, and then I was one of the people.
What did you do?
So this never. I'm a good driver.
Okay.
I really am. I'm a good driver. I have a good record. I don't think I've ever had an accident.
You scare me sometimes, but other than that, you're a good driver.
Well, okay, I scare my wife too, but my wife scares me. Anybody who drives, if you sit in a passenger side seat, you are scared because.
Do I scare you when I drive?
Probably. You'd probably drive too fast.
Lies.
My wife drives really fast.
She's very fast.
Yeah, but I'm a pretty safe driver. Now I tailgate a little too much.
Yes.
A little bit. I get a little too close.
More than a little, but yeah.
But I try to work on it, especially if someone's in the car. But anyway, so I'm driving. All this stuff is going on. And so I go to a store and I get what I need. I'm coming out. And I don't know why I do this. I've never done this before. Well, no. I have done it before, but I haven't done this before.
Okay, what'd you do?
So I'm behind a truck.
Yeah.
And
what kind of truck?
Just a regular truck.
A pickup truck.
And I wasn't even looking at the street lights. I'm looking at the truck in front of me. So the truck in front of me decides I'm going to go. And when he decides, or she decides it wants to go, I think it was like right when the light turned red.
Shit.
And so I don't even look at the light. I'm not looking at the light at all. I just see truck in front of me going. So I think it's going time.
Pay the hell attention.
And I go and I see the street. I am going while the light is red.
Don't do that.
And everyone who wants to go is now. I should be in an accident.
You should be. You should have been T-boned.
Totally.
Yeah.
And then so the way there was the malfunctioning traffic light in front of me, so that truck guy, he just cleared the path, and I ended up being right smack in.
Oh no!
And I'm just sitting there
like the asshole.
Yeah, I'm totally the
You're
asshole.
the asshole.
And there's a guy, middle-aged guy, who is totally pissed off, and he has a right to be pissed off. And he just looks at me, and he's got this face. His entire face looks like an asshole. It's just like, just like
all shriveled up.
And he's pointing and he's saying, I don't know what he's saying. I mean, I can imagine, but he's mad because
you're in the way
in the red light, and now I'm stopped, and he's trying to squeeze his car in front of me and the truck in front of me. And I was just like, it was one of those times where I was like, yep, I screwed up. I totally screwed up. I came out and I can't back up.
You owned it.
I went out in a red light. But what am I supposed to do? What do you do in that? I
own it.
Okay.
Just own it and get on.
I know, but no one wants you to own it. They don't care.
Hopefully nobody's going to shoot you.
Well, I mean, and they were pissed off and there was a lot of horn blowing. But I just remembered all of the times when I'm so mad at the people who do that, or who try to run a red light, and then I'm just like, oh man, now I'm that person.
You're that person.
I'm that person.
Everybody's done that. Everybody's done a stupid.
Yeah.
Everybody has done a stupid. We can't hold it against ourselves. We just have to pay better attention next time.
Yeah.
I've caused accidents before.
Really?
Yeah. So I was driving my car in the snow in Alaska, and I was in a hurry, Avi. And the truck, it was like a big truck in front of me is driving, and I'm like, get the fuck out of the way, because I had rage issues.
Yeah.
So I'm like, get the fuck out of the way, and they move over.
All right.
And when they move over, I just punch it, and I'm like, oh crap, the light's red.
Yeah.
So then I have to slam the brakes, and I'm like, I'm on ice. I'm on snow and ice.
That's no good.
And I'm just like, oh God, I'm bracing because there's a car at the light stopped, and I'm just the one coming up behind him at breakneck speeds and in the ice, and I'm about to slam into the back of him. And so I make the mistake of kind of swerving off, which is actually worse. You should just hit him straight on. Honestly.
Really?
Yeah. But I swerve off. Well, it's worse for your car anyway. And so I hit him, and I'm just like, fuck. And I'm so mad. Again, rage issues. I broke my steering wheel.
Oh, wow.
I pounded on it so hard, I broke my steering wheel. And
I didn't know that was possible.
It is. And I hurt myself too. And then pulled over. He pulled over. He asked if I was okay. I said yes, and then he took off. And now I'm even more mad. Because he said, I don't have insurance, I'm out. And he left.
No.
And I'm like, I hit you. Damn it.
No, that's when you're like, why did you do this? You start blaming him for it.
No. Anyways, the cops came. Thankfully my insurance is awesome. Or the insurance I had at the time was awesome. I had to go to the emergency room. My neck was jacked up. It was entirely my fault. So we've all done this. What you did is nothing compared to that.
Yeah.
So
fortunately, nothing happened. But here's what I find. So, I think we've talked about this before on the podcast. I've never lived in a place like Atlanta where this takes place. And that is when you're backing up out of a parking space, people just go past you. They don't stop and wait for you to pull out.
They don't realize they're the ones that can see you.
Right.
You can't necessarily see them.
I've never lived in a city where that's happened. Every city that I've ever lived, and I don't know if this is something that's just happened since I've been in Atlanta and it's happening everywhere, or if it's just an Atlanta thing, but you're backing out of a parking lot and people will keep going and challenge you to hit them almost.
Well, there are assholes everywhere.
I know. But I was talking about this to my wife, and we gripe about it a lot. And so I just thought, all right, I'm going to check and see who has the right of way in a parking lot like that. So okay. I checked, I looked at it, and the other driver has the right of way.
Yeah.
So
the one going down the lane.
If you back up and you hit them,
yep,
you are at fault.
Yep.
You are not them.
Right.
But here's the thing about that is, just because they have right of way, it's not open season on you.
No.
So if you're backing up and they hit you, they're at fault.
So yeah, because they shouldn't be going fast enough in a parking lot that they can't stop.
Totally. Anybody who hits you is at fault. If you hit someone else, you're at fault.
Right.
But still, if you back up and someone hits, it happened to me twice today. If you back up and someone guns past you and runs right into your car,
That's their fault.
they're at fault.
People
I don't care who has right away.
use parking lots around here like racetracks.
Totally.
And it pisses me off. I was walking across like the main road, like the main part of the parking lot right in front of the store at like a Kroger or something. And I'm walking across. I'm almost halfway through and this person just guns it right in front of me. They were literally 3 feet in front of me when they passed me.
Yeah.
That's when you stop. You know, that's you let the person cross.
Yeah, you have to. I mean,
pedestrian, hi, I'm not a car. I'm a person.
I think you have to say that person can't see me backing up. Even if I do have right away, I need to be careful.
Mm-hmm.
But
No. I'm always careful. Like I'm like peeking because I have a little car.
Yeah.
Right. So if there's like a big truck parked next to me, I'm like craning my neck to see, you know, if somebody can see the ass of my car coming out of a parking space or not. And it really shouldn't. I mean,
why would someone see your ass
at the back of my car? Maybe I have a big ass.
Green.
You don't know.
All right, green. Here's what I'm saying. I'm extra psychic today. We're both going to drop green.
Try it.
Both of us are going to drop the green stone in the Would You Rather game that we play every week.
We're playing
on the
Would
show.
You Rather right now, and what that means is that you're going to drop a stone. It's going to be a particular color, and
it's going to be green. We're both going to drop the green.
Okay, and I'm going to. Hey.
Boom.
What?
One.
What?
I told you I'm extra psychic today. I already did it. I dropped the green.
Maybe your psychic abilities are enhanced by alcohol.
Alcohol. I'm an alcoholic psychic.
Green. Oh shit. Green stands for ethics and intellect. Do you have either of those?
Not today.
Okay. So, would you rather realize at the age of 5 that you are far smarter than your parents, and as a result,
I learned that early on,
and as a result, rarely listen to them?
That's my life story.
Okay. Or realize that you are less intelligent than your parents in general.
No, I wouldn't say that. My parents are smart. My dad had a master's degree.
He was a school teacher.
Yeah, but I think we ran in different circles. So I wouldn't take their advice on a lot of stuff that I did because they didn't understand what I did. But they weren't stupid people.
They weren't street smart.
No, they were. They were fine.
Yeah?
Yeah, we drove along different streets.
Gotcha. They weren't smart on your street.
You're right. I mean, I certainly would listen to them. I didn't think they were dumb at all. But
so by the time you were 5 years old, you thought you were smarter than your parents?
No. Well, okay. So when
you believed in Santa Claus till you were in the 6th grade.
All teenagers think they're smarter than their parents.
Up until they're about 25.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm sure I had that, but I would never say I was smarter than my parents. But I think I'm a different kind of smart. I mean, you know, I still think that.
You know more on one level and they know more on another level.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, I don't doubt it. I mean, it's not a competition. Green, you're going to drop a green. Man, pressure's on.
It's not on me. I'm just rolling the stones.
The dice. Dang it!
It's red.
Dang it.
I was nowhere close to green. It's red. Read me a red question, please.
I don't even want to read a red question
it.
at this point.
Red is pain and discomfort, right?
I don't care.
You don't even care.
All right, here we go. Would you rather light your fart and burn yourself?
Oh, God.
Or, this is the kind of question you want when you've had a lot of cocktails. Or have to have the marble that you stuck up your nose removed by a doctor. These are like kid questions.
These are total kid questions.
Did you stick a marble up your nose?
I did not.
I don't feel like a marble up your nose would be difficult to remove.
I mean, it's right there.
Yeah, I mean.
But I do know people that stuck things up their nose as kids and had to go have them removed because they got them so far up there, which I think would be painful, honestly. Anyways, I think I would rather have to have a marble removed because at least I'm not burning myself. I mean, it's not going to hurt, right?
All right, I'm going to tell you a story.
Please.
When I was in college.
Yeah. Did you stick a marble in your nose?
No.
Or burn a fart?
No. When I was in college, I had a roommate, Neil. Neil, I'm saying his name. I think I read that Neil died.
Let's hope, because otherwise you're outing him completely.
Neil, sorry, dude. Neil when I was in college, and he would run in the room and go, "Dude, here we go, here we go," and he would get on his bed, and he would lift his legs up in the air.
You've told me this, yes.
And he would turn on the lighter and hold it up to his butt, and he would fart, and it would go big flame. He would light his farts, and then
in college.
Total college. He's a college guy.
I mean, college guys aren't much smarter than they were in first grade.
I think he did it one time, and the flame, it kind of like inhaled up his butt, and it burned, and he didn't like it, and he stopped doing it.
I don't think I would like it either.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah.
How does that work?
I was
I would like to know the scientific
Southern Baptist College.
Neil
laying on his bed with his legs in the air,
lighting a fart,
farting on a lighter
up his butt.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Neil the fart lighter. It's funny as hell though. I would have done it if I could, but yeah.
But you didn't fart in front of people.
I did in front of my brothers. Maybe my sisters, but certainly my brothers.
But not like anybody that you knew that wasn't family.
No.
That's
rude. With my brothers. I mean, the bigger the fart you could do, the better.
What about belching? Did you do that too?
Oh, I still do that. Yeah.
So, like,
which is weird. It's just a different end. It's the same thing, different end. But
who was the winner in your family?
The winner? What do you mean?
Like who had the best fart or the best belch?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, farting, that's just do it. But the belch, I was not. My brothers always belched better than me. So.
Yeah. Could they do like the ABCs and stuff?
Oh, totally. The whole
That's
thing.
so stupid.
I couldn't do it.
I don't know why people do that.
Showing
off.
There we go. Another would you rather.
Do you want to know what's happening this week? Are you curious?
Yeah, let's see what's going on this week.
Because there's some stuff happening this week.
I feel like that. All right, so we're entering into the holiday season. Mm-hmm. A couple of weeks is Halloween.
Yeah,
and then that starts Christmas and everything, and it just doesn't seem like it. It's like we're sliding in. It's going really fast.
I have to search my email because I sent this to myself so long ago. Anyways.
I just feel like that I'm missing it. I feel like I'm not prepared for the holiday season to come up this year.
You're not at all?
No. Not at all.
What are you doing for Halloween? It's COVID. What are you doing for Halloween?
It's COVID, but it's different COVID from last year because some people are going out.
Lots of people are going out.
Well, you can now, especially if you've been vaccinated or you have a mask. I have the hiccups, by the way.
I can tell.
I'm trying not to do it on the
I've
mic.
been vaccinated, and I wear a mask when I go, like, if I'm going to be in public.
I should have worn a mask when Neil was lighting his fart.
Probably. You don't want to breathe that shit in.
No.
Literally. Okay, so today is the 18th.
Here's the thing.
Here we go.
Neil's probably like the president of a bank right now.
You want to say his last name?
If he's alive, no.
You want to say his last name? Say his last name.
I don't even know if I remember his last name. And all I can think of about Neil is his legs in the air above his head.
In his jeans.
And he's lighting a fart.
And
he caught his pants on fire one time, I remember.
Like, what was his dress style? He wore jeans, clearly, because all y'all did.
Jeans, shorts, and T-shirts, yeah. Glasses.
How tall was he?
He's shorter than me. I don't remember.
Everybody's shorter than you. Fuck off. He had to have been like, okay, so if you went to college with Rick Baldwin at Southern Baptist University and your name is Neil, in what year?
Oh, he would know me. Yeah.
What year?
I don't know. Like I said, I think I read that he would died. I don't remember.
Okay, but somebody
we
knows
had this thing that we called the pumpkin. So here's what we would do.
Oh, God.
The pumpkin.
Oh, God.
We would be like, so we would be mad at somebody on our hall. We'd be like, they're getting the pumpkin. So what we would do, we had a pumpkin. It was like a those big plastic pumpkins that people take trick-or-treating and you fill up with candy?
Yeah.
So we had one of those.
So a pumpkin like basket.
Yeah. So we had one of those and we would fill it up with water.
Oh, no.
And we would like tilt it right at their door, against their door, and we would knock on their door. And when they opened the door, the pumpkin would tilt into their room. And
on the floor.
All of that water would go into their room.
Why is that okay?
It's college. It's stupid and funny, but we'd be like, he's getting the pumpkin. Now, I don't know why somebody didn't just steal the pumpkin, but they would be mad.
Why would you pick somebody to give them the pumpkin?
They did something to us.
Like?
They lit our fart. I don't know.
They made fun of your...
They didn't like our farts that we lit.
They made fun of your trombone.
I don't know. But I'm just saying, that's what we would do.
You were such a follower. You were such a follower in college.
No,
that was you?
I designed that. Who do you think made the pumpkin? It was my damn pumpkin.
You were an asshole in college.
I could be.
Wow.
Okay.
All right, let's move on, please. Let me
just say, if someone knocks on your door tonight, don't open it.
I'm not open because you might follow me home and put a pumpkin outside my door.
You're getting the pumpkin.
That's fine. I'm okay with pumpkins. Anyways, the 18th of October, which is today, if you're listening on Monday, which is the 18th of October. It is, one of my favorite days.
Oh, yeah, what?
National Legging Day.
Legging?
Yeah, like what I'm wearing right now.
That's a sexist day because most guys don't wear leggings.
But you can.
Unless you're in theater.
You can.
You can wear a bra if you want.
There's a guy I follow on Instagram. He's a comedian. His name is Lucas Arnold, and he wears leggings all the time.
I had a class called Children's Theater, which I hated. I was a theater major, and we had to do a lot of stuff. And then I had to take a class called Children's Theater, which was about theater for children.
Right.
And then we had to do a performance. I just remember that during that performance, I had to wear yellow tights.
And you were embarrassed about your penis.
My peen showed.
Yeah.
It was in there.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. If you're doing children's theater, you don't want your peen to show.
No.
But what I remember is we had to have like a big performance that was like the main performance.
Okay.
That you got your grade for.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to wear hot yellow, bright yellow, big bird yellow tights. And you're
6'5".
I'm a tall dude, and I was really skinny back then. So I had that. I mean, I was hung. I mean, huge.
You were?
No longer.
Okay.
But then, man, my penis. I'd have a third leg.
Oh shit.
I've had way too much alcohol.
I
anyway,
think so.
But all I remember is I drank a whole bunch of Comtrex, which I don't even think they make.
It's like a cold medicine.
Well, it was like NyQuil now.
Oh, okay.
But it was more potent.
Why did you do that?
I had a cold. It was horrible.
Oh, okay.
I remember drinking that. Because I didn't drink it all back then, and I drank it. I was high.
Oh God.
And I did the whole show in yellow tights. High.
You were basically Big Bird at that point.
Yeah. I don't know what I did or said. I don't even know if I did my show. I got a good grade, so I must have done well.
I hope you didn't hit on any kids.
Me too.
I'm just saying.
Some kid is scarred for the rest of their life.
Oh,
like,
God.
I remember I saw a dude with a big penis and contracts, and I don't know. I can't believe it.
It's not funny.
I can't function the rest of my life.
Stop. It's not funny. Okay. God, let's move on. Tomorrow.
I wouldn't want to see that as a kid.
I wouldn't want to see that now.
No.
Okay.
No one does.
All right. So tomorrow, the 19th of October. Mm-hmm. Now let's get serious for a minute.
Okay.
Okay, get serious.
Leggings Day?
No. October 19th, the National LGBT Center Awareness Day celebrates the services provided by centers across the nation.
Uh-huh.
So LGBT community centers provide services to everyone from youth to seniors.
LGBTQ.
I know, you're right.
There's like a lot of anagrams in there.
There's LGBTQ
goes
plus.
on forever.
Yeah, but let's just go with what they're calling it.
Yeah.
They provide an environment of advocacy, empowerment, and support. Through their services, LGBT community find cultural events, wellness programs, career services, and more. In times of crisis, community centers often provide the network connecting people in the LGBT community together. Mm-hmm. So how can you observe this? Many community centers will hold events on that day. Some events include fundraisers, art shows, clinics, seminars, open houses, and more. So if you want to observe LGBT Center Awareness Day, then find the closest LGBT center to you, find out what they're doing on Tuesday the 18th, and join.
I feel like, all right, let me say this, and I'm only saying it because I've been drinking.
Uh-oh. Don't say anything you don't want to say.
Do you feel like that classifying? I mean, all right. So you have it's a double-edged sword. Having that kind of thing actually empowers people because you have people who lift you up. You feel like you're
making things available to people that might not have them otherwise.
Yes, but I also feel like that there's a danger. Whenever you label and you separate, there's a danger in separating people and making them feel like you're not the same as everyone else.
Okay, Stacey Dash.
I'm just saying.
So here's the thing. There's
Did she say that?
No. She said that about black people. She said if y'all want equality, and she's black.
Well, I don't know.
She said if y'all want equality, get rid of the BET, get rid of the BET awards, get rid of all that. Because why, if we were to have the WET awards, everybody would be in uproar. So why is BET okay?
Well, all right. So I would say there's a little tiny piece of that I would agree with, but not overall. But I feel like it's different because racially, the African American culture is very integrated in our culture, even though it's obvious that there are not as much opportunities and that there's still a lot of racism and stuff. But it's completely. No one says it's wrong to be black. No one says that. No one says it's evil and it's against God to be black. No one says that.
I mean, no one in public.
Well, I know, but I'm just saying, you can always find some dumb. I'm just saying normally that's just not a conversation we're having. But gay people, it's a thing where people are like, oh, you're against God, you're going to hell. So it's more of a moral thing.
It's because people think that it's a choice.
Yeah.
And obviously it's not a choice to be black.
Right.
But people think it's a choice to be other than heterosexual.
Right. So I guess what I'm saying is, and again, I'm not arguing it at all because I understand the need for empowerment. I understand the need for role models. I understand the need for people to lift you up. I understand the need for a group that you can feel that you belong to. But I'm just saying I feel like there's a danger if you're not careful when you separate yourself too much, that you start saying, we're not like you. We're not the same as you. And that gives people ammunition to separate you if you're not careful. And I think that you can't, what's the separate but equal, which I think is stupid, but I'm just saying, I feel like culturally, and this is the thing about BET and things, is you can have those things that celebrate your culture and that can lift you up culturally, because whether you're saying no one has white entertainment, and I mean, unless you're in the Klan, but
right.
You can have Italian cultural movies. You can have Scottish or Irish.
I think it was the award ceremony specifically, like the BET awards.
No, I know, but what I'm saying is, I'm saying you do have white entertainment. It's just that it's more of a cultural thing, and I think that's what BET is. It's more of a cultural thing. It's not really trying to separate; it's trying to celebrate, and
I agree.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I think that it's totally cool. So I don't have a problem with that, and actually, I don't have a problem with Logos TV that tries to celebrate gay things, shows that, I don't know, because you need that kind of empowerment. I don't have a problem with any of that. All I'm saying is, if you're not careful, and everybody should be aware of it, that if you're not careful, that you might set up a way that you're.
So you think you're wedging yourself? You're alienating yourself. You're literally putting a wedge between yourself and others, and gives the others reason to say you're different.
I'm just saying there's a danger of that if you're not careful. Okay. I'm not saying they're doing it. I'm just saying there's a danger if you're not careful.
Okay. I hear you. All right. So let's move on. So that was the 19th, which is Tuesday.
I'm also not wearing pants.
Yes, you are. I can see them. Thankfully. So Wednesday, which is the 20th. And now I have a question for you.
Yes.
It's National Chicken and Waffles Day. When you ate meat, did you like chicken and waffles?
Are you told? Here's the thing. I don't remember chicken and waffles ever being a thing. Chicken was my favorite meat. I would eat chicken like crazy.
Fried chicken especially.
Totally. And I love waffles. But I never was anywhere where they were combined. I think that didn't happen until after.
So chicken and waffles showed up around the time, and I believe it's actually it's a Memphis thing. When the jazz players would play well into the night and well into the wee hours of the morning, they and then they'd have drinks after. Now you're talking it's 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, and they're hungry. Yeah. So are we having dinner or are we having breakfast? Right.
So have a little of both.
That's how chicken and waffles became a thing, and it happened in Memphis.
Are you making this up, or is this really?
This is really.
I need proof. I don't believe it.
All right, I'll get you proof. I don't have it in front of me. Anyways, that's how chicken and waffles became a thing. It happened in Memphis. It happened with the jazz players. It happened in the middle of the night.
Well, why not chicken and pancakes?
Why not?
What's the waffle thing?
I don't know. Maybe waffles were easier. I wasn't there. Were you?
Chicken pancakes would be great because they both have the K sound. They kind of work.
You like sounds, don't you?
Chicken pancakes.
That's why cock is your favorite word on the
planet.
Huh? Anyways.
I don't know what that means.
Today, if you were to make yourself a chicken and waffles dish, what kind? I mean, obviously you don't eat chicken. So do you have a favorite fake fried chicken thing?
No, there's no good. Well, okay, I take it back. Earth Fare
used to.
Yeah, and that company is going to start selling it direct. But anyway, they used to have the closest thing to fried chicken. The first time I ever had it, I was like, whoa!
And it didn't actually have any fry on it.
No, it didn't have a coating on it, but it just tasted like fried chicken.
It tasted exactly like fried chicken.
I miss it.
I hated chicken when I ate meat, but I would eat those things cold.
Now, here's the thing, and we've talked about this on the podcast before. Whole Foods here in Atlanta makes a chicken fried tofu.
Okay. Is I've had that.
It's so good. And it really depends on where you get it and what time of day you get it, because I've had it when it wasn't as good. But there's somebody at the Whole Foods on Ponce.
Yeah.
If you're not from Atlanta, you don't know what I'm talking about.
Nope.
It doesn't matter. But they know how to make it.
That's where I've had it from.
It's good.
There's a street in Atlanta called Ponce de Leon, which is kind of a main thoroughfare.
And the Whole Foods there.
Dang,
when they make it good, I could eat a bucket of it. It's just good.
I think you probably have.
I've gotten close.
Okay.
It's good stuff.
So that's Chicken and Waffles Day.
Yeah. Chicken fried tofu and waffles would be good.
That's fine.
I would have that.
Would you put hot sauce and honey on it?
No. Do you know me?
I do. What would you put on it?
I put no sauce on anything. I'm not a sauce man.
You'd probably put like mayonnaise on it or something.
I don't put mayonnaise. I don't sauce anything. I'm not a sauce. I've never been a sauce person.
Okay. Next day is National Reptile Awareness Day.
That's my reptile.
It's not very good. What kind of reptiles do you like?
I'm not a reptile guy.
Snakes?
No, I don't care.
Have you ever held a snake?
I used to have a snake as a pet, and no, I don't care. I'm not a reptile guy. I mean, I like that they're out there. I like seeing newts and lizards and things. Newts are amphibians. I like seeing lizards and, crocodiles.
Like the little skites.
I don't care. That's fine. Reptiles, do your thing, reps.
Okay. But you're not into it. Like at the Ren Fair. I mean, I know you've seen me hold a snake at the Ren Fair.
I've seen you hold my snake at the Ren Fair.
Don't.
I don't even know why I said that.
I don't either.
You've never held my snake at the Ren Fair. I've never ever had my snake at the Ren Fair.
I might have actually held your snake at the Ren Fair.
No, you never did. And I've never seen you hold a snake at the Ren Fair.
I have a feeling,
except
Carolina.
That one guy. What? What snake have you held at a Ren Fair?
So you know how they always have, especially in Georgia, they have that booth that has all the snakes and reptiles and stuff?
I've never once seen that.
Oh, you haven't?
No.
Well, I've posted pictures of it. Maybe you weren't there.
No, you haven't.
Yes, I have.
A snake? Why is there snakes at the Ren Fair? That makes no sense. What do snakes have to do with the Renaissance?
Nothing. It's just fun.
It's not fun.
I'll show you
fun.
photos later. I will post it on our page later of me holding a snake, not Rick's snake.
Post that picture.
No, I'm not posting that picture because it's not good because I look fat.
It doesn't exist.
Anyways.
You've never held my snake at the Ren Fair.
Oh my God.
So here, while we're on this, I want to tell you a dream I
What?
had like a couple nights ago.
Oh God, what?
So I'm going to get in my car, right? I'm parked in I'm at my parents' house, and I'm parked, and it's completely dark.
In Strawberry Field?
Strawberry Plains. It's completely dark. So I open up, and for whatever reason, the interior light on my car doesn't come on. So I open up the car door, and it's completely black, and it's black outside. You can't see anything. But I hear...
Because it's the middle of fucking nowhere.
I hear a rattle.
It's a baby.
And so I think, there's a rattlesnake in my car. And then I'm like, why would there be a rattlesnake in my car? It doesn't make any sense. There's no rattlesnake in my car.
Tennessee.
But I can't figure out what it is. But something's in my car. And so I was like, I don't know. And I'm trying to turn the light on my phone. And I can't get it to come on. And finally I get it to come on, turn it on. A big, gigantic rattlesnake comes out of my car.
In Northeast Tennessee.
Knoxville, Tennessee. Right outside.
There's
it
no
just comes out. And I mean, 7-foot long rattlesnake. Now, what does that mean? What does that dream mean? A rattlesnake at my parents' house.
Well, we've talked about snakes in dreams before.
Well, penis, but my parents, I don't think of my parents having anything to do with a penis.
Well, they made yours.
Not on purpose. And they didn't do a really good job of it. I'd like for them to go back and try again.
I think they did okay. I mean, they didn't do great, but they did all right.
They didn't finish it. There's still work to be done.
They procrastinated till the last minute, so they did the best they could. Okay.
I don't know what they were doing.
They weren't. They didn't think that you would ever have a penis because they were very religious.
Why are we talking about my penis?
Why you keep bringing it up?
I bring up my penis. Well, all right, go out. What's next? Next day.
Oh, let's just move on to National Nut Day.
Oh my God! Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
That's the next day.
The next day is National Nut Day. Now, we had a day recently, which was what? Grab a nut or grab a handful of nut day. Do you remember that day?
No, that was your dream.
No.
What is that? Grab a nut day?
It was okay. So
No.
today is, or the 22nd is National Nut Day.
Okay.
Basically, it's just, eat some nuts.
I love nuts. Now, I like mixed nuts. I like peanuts. I like almonds. I'm a nut dude. I like the nuts.
What's your favorite nut?
I don't know. Probably.
You like Brazilian nuts?
They're okay.
I love Brazilian nuts.
I like peanuts, and I like almonds. Now, if we're talking about M&Ms,
Peanuts aren't nuts. They're legumes.
they're still no nut.
No.
If we're talking about M&Ms, I love almond.
We aren't talking about M&Ms.
Almond M&Ms, the greatest. Nuts and M&Ms, great. Peanuts would be my second. They don't have I'm sure they've tried it, but hazelnut M&Ms or
I
whatever.
think they do,
I don't
actually.
think they do. Not M&Ms with hazelnuts.
Maybe.
Anyway.
You don't know.
But yeah, those I would say almond and peanuts, my favorite nut.
About cashews. You don't like cashews?
Cashews are
pecans?
okay.
You don't
I
like
do.
pecans?
Sometimes I like a cashew. Pecans are
Walnuts?
okay in things. I don't particularly like a handful of them.
Okay. So my favorites are Brazilian or Brazil nuts. I get the Brazil nuts.
Yeah.
They're not Brazilian nuts. They're not shaved.
Yeah.
They are waxed, I suppose. They are Brazil nuts, and I like macadamias and probably cashews. So I like fatty nuts.
And Nutella.
Did I just say I like fat nuts?
You like fat guy nuts? Is that what you're
Wow.
saying? I don't know.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Maybe.
It's gone on too long.
Anyways, move on.
Whole thing.
The next day is Saturday,
Saturday.
the 23rd.
A different type of nut.
National Boston Cream Pie Day.
Really?
Yeah.
That sounds like a sexual technique.
Boston
it's not.
cream?
It's not. But it sounds like it should be. It's like, have you ever had the Boston cream pie?
What's your favorite kind of cream pie?
Love coconut cream pie.
I could have guessed.
What is a Boston cream pie?
So Boston cream pie is
other than a sexual thing. You ever had a Boston cream pie?
I have, actually.
A Boston cream pie. It's like Donnie Wahlberg on. No, never mind.
No, please. No. No.
Never mind.
Finish your drink. Okay, so Boston cream cream is like a cream.
I don't know what you're doing with your fingers.
From Boston.
What is that? Boston beans?
It's a type of like I'm trying to think of the word.
Boston cream pie.
Oh.
Have you ever had a Boston cream pie?
I can't remember the name. It's
you don't even know what it is.
No, I do. I watch Great British Bake Off. I know what it is.
All right, well, tell me what it is.
I'm trying.
Boston? I don't know.
Anyways, it's good.
Is it like a coconut cream?
No, it's not coconut.
No, not at all. What is it?
Coconut sucks ass.
I don't know what it is. Boston cream pie.
So you ever get the donut that has the chocolate on the top, but it's filled with cream?
Is this also a sexual thing? What are you eating over there?
I'm not eating anything.
I don't know.
Oh my God.
Chocolate cream filled donut. Yeah.
Shut up. Move on.
All right.
Guess what else day Saturday is?
Saturday, I don't know. Donnie Wahlberg, no, I don't know.
National TV Talk Show Host Day.
Really?
Do you know why? I bet you can. I bet you can guess
I
why.
have no idea.
National TV Talk Show Host Day.
I don't know.
It's Johnny Cochran's birthday.
I almost said that, but I thought that would be silly.
Sure.
No, I did.
Sure you did.
Who's your favorite?
Mr. Paperman.
This is silly. Don't even go there.
I'm gonna talk about
Don't
it.
go there. So I love Johnny Carson, and then I found out he was kind of an asshole. He was like my idol when I was a kid. I loved, and then I realized he wasn't a cool person.
Really?
But I love David Letterman. I still love Letterman.
Mm-hmm. He's an asshole too.
I don't know. Dick Cavett was always one of my favorites. I was always kind of one of those people that liked. I liked talk show guys.
Do you have any current favorites?
This. I don't watch a lot of TV.
So
I can't think of who.
So Kimmel.
No. Well, see, Jimmy Kimmel, when he was on, you remember when he was on Win Ben Stein's Money?
Oh my God.
I think
that was a long time ago.
I thought he was hysterical. I thought he was one of the funniest comics. But I never watch the show. I don't really care. I think, I shouldn't even say this. I don't even like saying it out loud. I think Jimmy Fallon is horrible.
Okay.
That's my opinion. Jimmy, if you're listening to, I know Jimmy listens to our podcast.
All the time.
I'm sorry, Jimmy. I liked Colbert, Stephen Colbert, when he did his other show. I haven't watched him that much. Mm-hmm. I don't think there's anybody great
right now.
Yeah.
What did you think of Leno?
Leno was all right. I mean, he was benign. He was just he wasn't important. He just did his job. I mean,
yeah, he wasn't important.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
I'm sure he's happy to hear that.
I'm trying to think of anybody that I think was good.
Who was the guy?
Jon Stewart.
He was great.
Give me Jon Stewart.
All day long.
He just started a new show on Apple TV.
Do you know who might be good at a late night show?
I know you're talking about me, but I'm going to say don't talk about me.
Okay, Mark Maron.
Well, Maron's awesome in his podcast.
Right.
I don't think he would be good on video. I don't want him to do video. I hope he never does video. But
Why?
I think Mark Maron is now what Johnny Carson was then.
Okay.
So I'll give him that.
You just don't want to look at him.
I don't mind looking at him. I just think that video would ruin his podcast. And I don't think he would do well in person. So I thought Conan O'Brien was horrible, but Maron used to be on Conan all the time. And I just don't think Mark Maron would do. Wow. I feel like we've gone into an area that no one cares about.
Okay, let's move on. So the last day of the week is Sunday. It's the 24th, and it's just, you know how a lot of these days are like this kind of food or that kind of food. You've mentioned that I do a lot of food days.
Yeah.
So Sunday is National Food Day.
All foods.
Just
any food.
Food.
Just eat it.
Just food.
Just eat the dang food.
Actually, it's about healthful and...
All right, so right now, some guy comes up here, some guy, girl, I don't care, and brings a plate and puts it right down. It's a magic plate.
Magic plate.
And they put it in front of you, and any food that you want right now would appear on that plate. What would you want?
Mexican.
You would want Mexican food right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just love Mexican food.
Not all the time, just right now. You really want it right now.
No, I love Mexican food all the time.
You want
all
it
the time.
right now.
All the time.
I don't know what I would want.
I just give me something.
Chicken fried tofu sounds really good.
There's no Whole Foods open right now.
No.
Sorry.
I will tell you, man, we were out in your neighborhood, Grant Park, the other night. We went to burger, Grindhouse.
Yeah, on Memorial.
That's so good.
I know.
We ate Grindhouse. I had a double, and I haven't had this in so long, a double Impossible Burger, Grindhouse. Look, most of the people listening to us aren't from from Atlanta.
We're not from Nashville either,
I don't know
by the
why
way.
I said that. If you ever come to Atlanta, I'm just saying, I don't care if you're vegetarian, go have a burger at Grindhouse. It'll change your life.
I had a friend visit who eats meat, and she wanted to try this Impossible Burger that we kept talking about from Grindhouse. And she was like, I would eat this all the time.
If you're going to try the Impossible Burger and you only want to try it once,
where you try it.
Have it there. But if you don't want to, have a burger at Grindhouse. I'm just saying
They're
the
just
best.
so good.
Totally good. But this had a double with cheese. Dang, it was good. Now, I'm going to tell you something that you know me well enough to know that you're going to be surprised at this. Our listeners aren't going to know this.
What's that?
I tried my wife's sweet potato fries. I would eat a whole thing of them.
What?
You
don't like sweet potatoes?
I hate sweet potatoes. It's like, of my foods, if someone says, what food would you hate the most? I would say sweet potatoes. I hate sweet potatoes.
The most?
I had her fries. The coating, the seasoning, I was just like, I could handle this. I could actually, even though I wouldn't.
I don't like sweet potato fries.
I would never order them. Well, okay. Here's the thing. Even if you don't like them, which I don't.
Yeah.
I can handle those.
You can handle them, or you like them?
No, I don't like them. So what I'm saying is, if someone brought me in by accident and brought me the fries, and I was just like, oh no, they brought me the wrong fries, I could still eat them. It would be fine. I would not get grossed out.
Okay.
If
they were hers.
They're good. And we had that, and then they were playing Dune on the wall.
Okay, I see what you're saying. You're saying Grindhouse's sweet potato fries.
Yeah.
Okay.
Grindhouse sweet potato fries.
I thought you meant her fries, like she made them.
No, I wouldn't.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying the Grindhouse fries.
I would eat my wife's fries. Are you crazy?
I would have those fries. So I had 3 or 4 fries, and I liked them fine. And then we watched Dune with Sting, and
because they always play movies on the wall at Grindhouse.
It's so bad. That's
sometimes,
a bad movie.
But sometimes they play.
I know people like it. Patrick Stewart is in it. Did you know he's in it?
I did not, because I don't like it.
You don't like the movie? I did. Oh, you can't hear it, but just watched it, and we were like, "Wow, that's Patrick Stewart. Has he never had hair ever?
Ever? No, no. I think he was born bald. Well,
we're all born bald.
Not all of us.
He was born bald. He got hair for like 2 years, and then it went away.
So, like, by the time he was 3 years old,
apparently he was bald. Yeah,
and he's remained that way.
I think so.
Since then,
he's a good-looking dude, though.
He's hot.
I would not.
I'd do him.
Yeah, you would.
Yeah, totally.
I would think about it, and then I would say no.
Okay. I mean, but you'd give it some thought.
I would think about it for a little while.
Yeah.
He's a good, especially when he was younger.
Oh God.
I don't care about now.
Engage.
Huh?
Make it so.
I don't know.
You didn't watch The Next Generation, did you?
I don't know what you're saying.
Anyways,
Are we
okay.
done?
Yeah, we're done.
I had something I wanted to talk about. It's time to close down the podcast. I'm going to talk about it really quick.
What?
Should I talk about it really quick?
I don't know. What is it?
So let me ask you a question. Do you confuse, like, people who have jobs? Let me say an attorney.
I have a job.
I know, but okay, you could use you for an example, but I'm going to say an attorney or a doctor. Let's say a doctor.
Oh, I don't have a doctor.
So here's the thing about a doctor. Do you just think if you're a doctor, if you know a doctor or meet a doctor, They know everything about you. They know any kind of medication. They know
No,
they
don't.
I know, but I'm just saying. Do you think that? Like if someone's a doctor, you'd be like, they know everything about.
I have this rash.
Yeah, rash or sore throat, or
they still have to Google that shit.
My butt hurts, or
Like, they
I
still
have
have
an
to look it
earache,
up. Yeah.
or what throat, or my heart is making this weird beat.
Doctors don't know everything off the top of their head. They can't.
My job, I'm an artist, right?
Yes.
So people think if you're an artist, you know how to do everything art.
No,
you
you
can
don't.
Draw, you can paint, you can sculpt, you can do everything. You're an artist. That's your job, right?
Well, you don't.
That's what I know, but that's what I'm saying. That's what people think. So I'm an artist. I've been an artist my whole life. I have just past month, I would guess.
Okay.
I have been concentrating on becoming an oil painter.
Oh, you tried that a while back.
Well, I experimented with oils. In fact, you and I did one together, and I experimented, and I couldn't really do it. I was like, whatever. I wanted to try it out, and
Sure.
I think that piece that we played around with, that was my first experiment with it. And I was like, it's not for me.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know anything about it, so I've been really, really studying about it. I've been studying it, reading on it. I've been watching a gazillion YouTube videos.
Of course.
I just want to say, Paint Coach, you're not listening to the podcast. The Paint Coach, he's a young kid out there. I've learned so much from him.
Okay.
Thanks. And from everybody else. I mean, I've watched a lot of his videos.
Okay.
And he's kind of fun to watch. But so I've been training myself and learning. So I've gone up, I've gone down. I have worked with it, and I've been like, I can't do this.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be. I
Right.
actually came home the other day and I said, well, I hate to admit it. It makes me mad, but oil painting kicked my ass.
Yeah.
It beat me.
Yeah.
And then
things will sometimes.
And the next day I went back
and try it again.
and tried it again. And I was like,
I can do that.
I figured this out. So like 2 days ago, I was doing an oil painting, and I had that moment. I was like, I know what this is about now. I know how to do this. And I'm not saying I'm a fantastic oil painter. It's just like I learned
something clicked.
I know what I'm supposed to be doing now.
Right.
So it's just like that hurdle to get over to. It's like, now all I have to do is just keep doing this.
That's how
I'll
I feel.
get better and better and better.
That's how I feel when I learn something like mathematical. Like, kids do that all the time in math class.
Yeah.
They don't get it. And then they learn, and they're like, oh, I can do this all day long. Like, I want to learn more. So I get it.
Yeah. I watched this guy. Let me just say his name on here. Arthur Gain. Go to YouTube. Watch his video.
Spell the last name.
Gain, just
Okay.
like the detergent. He's a Russian guy, and God, he's just fantastic.
Okay.
Every stroke he makes, he's just good. And I could give you a whole lot more that are fantastic too. Some of my favorite painters, but just this week, and if we're gonna say our favorite of the week, I'm gonna say Arthur Gain is my favorite thing of the week, because he did this video, and I think it was supposed to be somebody from a show that I don't know, but it was a portrait, and look it up. The guy, he's got like braids in the back of his hair. He's kind of shaved on the sides. He's got like a mohawk. Watch that video. I mean, it's a 48-minute video, maybe an hour, I think. I can't remember. But every stroke that the man makes is amazing, and it's just, I wish I could paint that way. I can't, but he's just brilliant, and so I'm shouting out to him. But I've been watching so many videos, and I don't know, something about this week. I finally thought, I'm an oil painter. I finally know how to do this, because I've been an airbrush artist my whole life, and illustrator. I can do pen and ink. I can do digital work, certain amount. I've never been able to paint. I hate acrylic paint. I can't stand it.
But that's what you use.
Not that much. I do it when I use abstract. Now, when I'm doing abstracts, I have to use acrylic paint. But, and I'll talk about that next time.
Okay.
But yeah, this week I finally said I'm an oil painter.
That's awesome. It's
I
taken you years.
I mean, 60 years.
But you learned something.
I've learned a lot. I've taught myself. I feel like
now you just need to teach other people.
YouTube is the public library.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I've talked to several people.
It's free.
It's the second biggest search engine on the internet.
Yep.
The first being Google.
Yep.
YouTube is the second.
All right, I'm shutting up. I just wanted to say that I've learned to oil paint. Here's the thing: whatever you want to learn, do it. Do it. Figure it out and learn it, because you can learn it. You don't have to go to school for it unless you want to. If you want to get a degree, there are people who think that you need a degree. Sometimes you do to get a job. But if you just want to learn to speak French, if you want to paint oil paints, if you want to fix a transmission,
the biggest thing I learned was to replace the rear differential.
I'm telling you, it's all right there.
And we did it, and we succeeded.
If you remember when you were a kid and you were like, I wish there should be a thing where you could just go and learn everything, and now it exists.
There. It's there, and we don't use it enough.
And it's fun watching. I mean, I could watch oil painting videos all day.
You're one of those people that can watch stuff all day, though.
I'm one of those people that does watch things.
Also true.
ASMR.
You listen to that.
There's a 2-hour ASMR video. I listened to it this morning again for probably the 10th time. And when you think about it, that's 20 hours I've spent listening to that video.
Wow. That's almost an entire day.
Hours.
Don't do that again. Anyways, let's move on. Let's talk about this beer.
Let's talk about the beer.
What do you think about the beer?
Let's talk about sex, baby.
Let's talk about
okay, so here's the thing. I didn't expect it to be good. I really didn't.
Okay.
It's not my favorite beer, but it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. No one wants that description for their beer, but
it's not the best. I didn't think it was going to be good, but it's all right.
It's not. It could have been worse. That's all I'm going to say.
You sound like me, like on my assessment of the last date I had.
I drank it. I thought it was going to be really bitter. It does have the grapefruity taste, which I hate.
Very much.
IPAs have. It tastes like grapefruit, but it does not. It doesn't kick me in the mouth. It doesn't have that nasty bitter throat. So I'm giving it a 2.5.
I'll give it a 2, and I'll tell you why. To me, it's just a beer. It's just an IPA.
Just a beer.
It's just an IPA. And there's nothing special about it. There's nothing. It's any other IPA. You could pour this in front of me or not, and I wouldn't be able to tell the difference.
Yeah. I mean, I agree with that. It tastes like every IPA we've ever had.
Yeah.
Except it's on the more pleasant side.
Okay.
Just like a click over, half a click, which you gave it a 2. I gave it a 2.5.
There you go. Half a click.
Are we done?
We're done.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for listening to the podcast. You know what?
What?
Someone, and I don't know who it is, and you know who you are. You're out there. Someone downloaded 500. Maybe it might have been 2, because we're only 200 something episodes.
I don't have 500 episodes.
200. We're 195. This is episode 195, which means 2.5 people downloaded every episode we have.
Wow.
We had 500 downloads in one day.
Are you shitting me?
No.
So what happened? You're my favorite.
I tried to, but I
I would never shit you. You're my favorite.
That was just one day, which is for us is unusual. So whoever did that, thank you, or all the people who did it. But that was kind of cool. If you don't subscribe and download regularly, we ask, please, that you do. All you have to do is go to Apple or Google. Or guess what? Amazon now. We're on Amazon. Amazon Podcasts. You can download us. Wherever you download podcasts, please go and subscribe, and it will automatically download every episode. You don't even have to think about it.
Which is why we have 500 downloads.
Totally.
I'm just saying. Nobody just listened to 500 episodes.
Be a subscriber. We ask that you do. And then if you subscribe, please just leave us a little rating. It helps us out. And follow us on Facebook. We're on Facebook. We have a little Facebook group called the Disaster Baiters.
Yep.
That's all I'm going to say about it.
All you have to do is ask.
It's a secret. No one talks on the group. We don't talk to anybody on the group. No one says a word.
We're all introverts.
But if you do, we're okay with it.
Mm-hmm. We'll ignore you.
That's on Facebook. We're also on Instagram. We're on YouTube. We're on I don't know.
All the places.
Yeah.
So listen.
Yeah.
Give us a rating.
Email address real quick. thisepicdisaster@gmail.com.
There you go. You done?
Yeah. Send us an email. Tell us what you think. Tell us what you think of my yellow tights and my penis in my yellow tights. If you were a kid in the audience and you're now grown up, please send me an email and tell me what you thought of that performance.
Just say no. Just say no.
That's great.
So Rick asked for ratings, and I'm down with that. Please rate us. But if you don't like us, don't rate us.
I mean, I'm going to go far enough to say, please do. I'm okay if you don't like us.
I'm fine with it. Just don't tell us about it.
I don't want like everyone to not like us.
Nobody likes us.
No one listens to us, so I'm fine. So that's the thing. We're just do this podcast. No one listens. No one rates. No one subscribes. No one downloads.
No one loves us.
No one cares.
No one cares.
We broadcast every Monday from Atlanta, Georgia, but you don't have to live in Atlanta, as you know. We have people who listen to us in Alaska.
And Belgium.
Belgium. We have people who listen to us in
Sweden.
Denmark.
Mm-hmm.
What do we care? We don't go anywhere near Denmark.
We've never been there.
Do you know where that line is from? No. I want someone out there to tell me where that line comes from.
Okay. Email us at thisepicdisaster@gmail.com. And until we hear from you, we're not talking again.
All right. We'll see you next Monday because that's when we're here.
Yep.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
I'm going to put on some yellow tights.
Just goodbye.
My penis in a yellow tights.
Just stop with the tights.
Awesome.
No.
It's awesome. It's the way my penis should be seen.
Somebody shut him up now.
All right. Bye.
This is a Violet Jester Media podcast.